111 ain't gonna...
Hello everybody, I'm Professor Red Shoes, and another YouTube video of me visiting my friend's studio. So this studio belongs to my good pal Bill, a guy that's been around a long time as myself, in the studio biz, live sound, that sort of thing. Singer, performer, but one beautiful studio. Everything you could possibly want is here. Just fantastic. Alright folks, here we go into the main room. We got stuff set up because we're filming. The drums, we got tons of microphones. I say we, it's not my stuff, although I'm going to steal a few mics from Billy. Amplifiers, we got some ribbon mics. So all you gear fanatics, this place is loaded with gear. That's what comes with doing this forever. And racks of guitars, and I just passed Billy, but there's Bill right there. This is Bill's place. I want to thank you for inviting me in, pal. That's great.
It's my pleasure. I'm having a ball.
Yep. Let's come over here. We've got an isolation room. Again, I always apologize for my camera work because I'm not a cameraman, but too bad. Yes, that's right, at Hammond, Oregon. There's a couple Leslie cabinets here. So it looks like an old Wurlitzer.
It is.
Fabulous. See, this is how it's done. And then I can pan across the mics, but we are going to talk about these microphones just briefly. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but there's a lot of studio guys that like these videos for the gear factor. So we've got the house kit set up here, but always welcome to bring your own stuff in. So Bill, this is quite a mic collection.
We're working on it.
Yeah, it looks good. Now, that first mic on the stand there, it looks like that might be an RE20.
It is.
Very, very classy mic. Very, very cool. Used for many things. I see a 414.
Yeah, that's an old one. It's got to be about 20, maybe 25 years old.
A Nyman U87, which is a must-have.
That's the anniversary model, and multi-pattern condenser.
No, as you folks watching my YouTube stuff know, I'm a big fan of the SM7. Not a lot of money dynamic microphone, more than the average mic, but I mean at $400 the SM7, just love the mic. Every day I find a new use for it.
Well, that's a killer, you see. This mic is what, $3,500, and this one is like $400, and we're finding a lot of singers in the rock era where this mic actually is the right mic to use.
Yeah, and it goes to show you that it's not it's not what the price of the mic, it's using your ears and you go, I like the sound of this, and this is what I'm going to use.
It does the job, and that's the right one, and then that's it. Forget the price tag on it.
I don't think I know this mic right here.
Well, this is a Sony. It's a stereo microphone, and you can actually widen the range. You can do for vocals or music settings on it. It's a condenser, and my guys actually, we got it. I thought, okay, let's give it a shot, and it turned out they use it a lot more than they liked it a lot. So
yeah.
I was surprised that it was a success. So we're getting some good results with that. I don't know, they're not very popular, but my guys with the ears like it.
All right.
And so we get good use out of it.
SM57s?
First mic you should buy if you're going to do a home recording. Just buy a 57 and you're off and running. That's
I agree.
A must-have mic.
Yeah. And the nice thing, one of the cheapest.
Yeah, $100.
Yeah.
And great mic.
This one here is a
The C1000 AKG condenser mic, and this one I've had, as you can see, a long time. But I just really like this mic. I use it live a lot, and it has a really good round pickup range, and then it goes dead. So if you got somebody like a sax player who plays and isn't paying attention to the mic so much, this one will help you a lot. I happen to like the mic a lot. I don't know, some other people say, yeah, but that's the way it works. My ears say, hey, that's a good one.
Now, I also noticed a lot of these mics down here, these are all Audex series, well known for their drum mics, and which is what you tend to use them for, yes?
Exactly. I happen to love the Audex mics on toms. Very little EQing necessary on toms because these mics have been optimized to work for drums. Now live, I do a lot of live sound. We got a lot of live equipment. We do a lot of live shows. And these mics, you put them on, minimum EQ, a little bit of gates in the toms, and bang, you sound like a studio, and you're just rocking. So the Audex mics are just terrific for the drums.
Now, when I came in earlier before we were filming, I noticed these lollipop mics up here. And can you tell me about those just because they're new to me?
Well, they're Cascade ribbon mics, and we were looking around for, a dirty little secret or something that was in that area, because some ribbon mics can get really costly. These are very inexpensive, so it wasn't a waste of money to actually go grab a couple of them and see what they sound like. We were happy with the sound of them, especially for the budget.
So it's like for everybody, if your toolbox is full of different tools, a variety, it's just easier to do the job.
Oh yeah, they make a good room mic. They they're quite good on guitars, and it's just another tool. And one day you say, the ribbon mic doesn't work, you try another one, and one day you say that one doesn't work, put the ribbon on it, and well, there we go, that's the sound.
Now this is actually a lounge area. We've got your, microwave, your beer fridge, cupboards, sinks, all that stuff. Some couches, some gotars, the wall of shame as I call it. As you get older, the wall of shame. It's got a TV set. So basically, I like a lounge because if you're not working on your parts in the studio, it's good to get out of the way and let the other guys focus and concentrate. So it's through this door we're going to get to the control room. You folks may recognize this console because, yes, Professor Red Shoes has one too. It's a Tascam DM4800 in a Argosy cabinet. More rack gear and mighty fine. We're both very, very big fans of the console. I cannot say enough about it. It's just a wonderful console. And here on the screen, oh, I know that. Look, that's Pro Tools. Got Pro Tools up on the screen. And then something really nice that I've talked to Bill about a few times is he built racks in the wall. So he's got his patch bays, which everything comes up. Some new equipment, some vintage equipment. There we see a Joe Meek product. We like those. But the newest gadget is this radial unit. It's a workhorse rack to hold the 500 series preamps. So he's got some API, some Vintech, Shadow Hills, I believe.
The AEA preamp here has been optimized for ribbon mics. Now we have a few ribbon mics and we wanted to get one of those because ribbon mics need a lot more gain. We plugged into this thing, it's crystal clear. I think we're going to get another one.
Yeah, well, Professor Red Shoes wants one of those.
And we got the typical API, which is just classic and works, some compressors. So we're just looking with these preamps, we're just looking for flavors.
Colors, more colors to the sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the Joe Meek, interesting thing. Plug into it, play around with it, and we got an interesting character out of that. So you got to have some flavors if you're gonna, put some color in your music. So that's what this is all about. Different preamps for different tastes.
Okay, now what we did was we opened up these cupboard doors. Why? Because this is the opposite side of the control room, and talk about needing to get in the back and wire stuff up or make changes. Absolutely brilliant. So you saw the other side where we were yakking a very long time about the Lunchbox series of 500 series gadgets, and all of this other equipment as well as that all comes to the back here where you can get inside the closet, patch her up, and then close her down so that she's nice as pie, and that these doors happen to be in the lounge so nobody needs to get in there. So, from my good pal Bill's home studio, I'm Professor Red Shoes. Bye now. Okay, Billy, give me a piece of that tune you played me earlier. That sounded really good. Let's take it out.
Ain't gonna make no deal with the devil, no. Ain't gonna make no deal with the devil, no. Ain't gonna make no deal with the devil. I'm gonna live my life on the level. Ain't gonna make no deal with that devil, no.